Hello students, this is CA Pragnesh Kanabar over here in continuation with our discussion of chapter 13, audit of different types of entities for inter-CA audit. These are quick but in-depth revision videos, वो काफ़ी सारी marathons चलती है. There are so many marathon revisions go on which 5 hours full audit, 7 hours full audit, but at the end of the day it may give you satisfaction of revision, but if you don't study things in detail, it is going to create some problems. So please ensure that you watch this video. Marathons are good for just quick revision, but you cannot completely rely only on marathon videos of the subject, to clear your paper. So please be careful over here. So audit of cooperative society. Now students, आपने आपके junior level पे somewhere in your junior levels you would have studied कि cooperative society means an organization which runs with the cooperation of people with one objective, and for the benefit of the members they come together, they help each other. Okay, cooperative principles. So that's okay, you know the meaning of what is a cooperative society. I do not have any doubts over there. So quickly coming on to the discussion which is there in chapter 13 of CA intermediate audit module, okay, of the ICAI. The discussion broadly gets divided into two parts. One is audit of multi-state cooperative societies, as you see on your screen, even I am seeing on the screen. And the other one is audit of other cooperative societies. Students, please understand one thing. Cooperative societies can be agricultural cooperative society, dairy cooperative societies, credit cooperative societies, cooperative banks. The cooperative societies are there into diverse fields. Huh? Secondly, what are the laws governing cooperative society? At central level, there is one Central Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Okay, but the states have been given the freedom to adopt that act with or without amendment. So many states have their own version of the act also. Are you getting my point? Yes. But there is a completely different concept which many students are not aware of, and that is multi-state cooperative societies. Multi-state cooperative societies concept, it was introduced in 2002 Act. What is basically the concept of multi-state cooperative society? That जो बड़ी बहुत बड़ी cooperative societies जो हो जाती है, the operations are not limited to one state. So if they want to spread to multiple states, then in that case, how will they keep on complying with every state-based cooperative society law? Are you getting my point? That is why this concept of MSCS, multi-state cooperative societies, was introduced by MSCS Act 2002. So students, there are two separate discussions in your audit textbook. One is about MSCS, multi-state cooperative societies, and then other general discussions about other cooperative societies audit. Okay, so first I will finish the discussion of MSCS and then other cooperative societies. So you should know the head points. There are too many questions that are possible over here. If I want to surprise you in the exams, and then I may ask a 10 marks question set only from cooperative societies, correct, incorrect, MCQ, brief answers, many questions possible. So first we'll be studying audit of multi-state cooperative societies. Under that, what are we going to study? The list is over here in front of you. Look at this. There's so many discussions over there, and every single discussion that you see on your screen is capable of being an examination question. Are you clear with this? Yes, sir. Okay. Similarly, when it comes to other cooperative societies, also if you see, there are so many discussions. Currently, I'm just not reading the head points, and I'm just trying to departmentalize your brain so that you don't forget that there are separate set of discussions possible over here. Okay, जो मैंने आपको orally explain किया, that is given as a note over here, as you can see. That Cooperative Societies Act 1912 is a central act which is applicable in many states without amendments. So if state does not have its own act, then of course the Cooperative Societies Act 1912, all the provisions become applicable. Okay, as you can see, the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act 2002, the concept was introduced, and I've already explained about it. Alright, so if you go to MSCS website, you will see the list of MSCS, so many multi-state cooperative societies, so many known names that you don't know acha it is an MSCS. Alright, so without wasting time, because if you're seeing this video, I know that you are worried about quick revisions. So without wasting time, we'll go ahead, but we'll not skip on the points. Alright, so it could be a little longer video, but we'll have to, understand all the points. So first, let us discuss audit of multi-state cooperative societies. Okay, So in case of multi-state cooperative society, the first point over here is very simple, books of accounts का point है, all right. And students, let me be very clear, because multi-state cooperative societies are big organizations, तो company law में जिस तरीके से चीजें दी गई है, very much similar. I'm not saying cut copy paste, but very much similar to that it is given over here. So books of accounts, if you see the definition, if you have done it in company law, you will realize that it is nothing but records maintained for what? Look at this. Records maintained for purchase, sales, assets, liabilities. Understood this? Then क्या है अभी? So if it is into production, manufacturing, then in that case, cost records. Look at this: sums of money received and expended. It is the same definition which is also used in company law when it comes to books of accounts. So I don't see a big issue over there. All right. Okay. Then look at this: qualification of the auditor, section 72 of which act? Companies Act? No, MSCS Act 2002. So I am also simultaneously looking at the screen so that I understand what you are looking at. Okay. Who will be the auditor? Sir, chartered accountant. चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट इज गोइंग टू बी द ऑडिटर. इसमें कौन सी नई बात है? इसमें कोई नई बात नहीं है, बट लेट मी टेल यू, बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस वीडियो आपको कुछ शॉकिंग चीजें पता चलेगी अबाउट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज इफ यू हैव नॉट हर्ड अबाउट इट अर्लियर. बहुत सारी शॉकिंग चीजें. So multi-state cooperative societies almost like companies. So a person who is a CA within the meaning of CA Act 1949 can only be appointed as the auditor. All right. Okay. Now disqualification. Who is disqualified over here? Sir, ये कहीं तो सुना सुना सा है. I've heard about this. Yes, very much similar to company law. Section 141 subsection 3 clause A, बस उसी तरीके से body corporate. Just that here body corporate other than LLP word they have not used. So body corporate. Please ensure that it is not cut copy paste. There's some differences over here. If you are an officer or employee of the MSCS, you cannot be appointed as an auditor. Okay. A person who is a member or who is in the employment of an officer or employee of the MSCS. So very much similar. B and C clause very much similar. Okay. बेटा जरा यहाँ पे ध्यान रखना. When it comes to Companies Act disqualification, you know that when it comes to amount of indebtedness, direct indebtedness का 5 लाख रुपीस का लिमिट है, indirect indebtedness, guarantee given, security given का 1 लाख का लिमिट है. But look at this line properly. Okay, a person who is indebted to the MSCS, okay, or who has given any guarantee or provided any security in connection with the indebtedness of any third person. So I don't see the word relative. I don't see 5 lakh, 1 lakh. Oh, for an amount exceeding 1000 rupees. Old act hai, old law hai, many times not updated. So currently this is the situation and we'll have to go with that situation. All right. So please ensure that you just don't think कि अच्छा company law जैसा ही है. It's just like company law. Don't do that. Please ensure that you remember these lines. They have asked multiple times in old course finals CA because this topic was over there, and also in new syllabus of inter CA, disqualifications of the auditor of MSCS, mock test papers, RTP. This question keeps on coming. So please ensure that this is one of the sensitive part and you do it properly. All right, stay with me, come on. Okay, so the next discussion over here, as you can see on your screen, is appointment of auditor, section 70. First auditor, very simple. Sir, this is so near to my heart, sir. These statements, company law, sir, shall be appointed by the board within 1 month of the date of registration of the society, shall hold office until the conclusion of the first AGM. Sir, ये सब तो मतलब we are in just love with this. Okay. If the board fails, then members shall appoint in general meeting. Okay, subsequent auditor. इतना ही बस इतना याद रखना है, don't worry. Appointed by MSCS at each AGM. I told you it's almost like a corporate style of functioning. Shall hold office from the conclusion of that meeting until the conclusion of, look at this, until the conclusion of the next meeting. So please do not keep the story of 5 years, 10 years over here. It's a request. It's a request. Please stay within your limits. Am I clear with this? Yes, very much clear with this. Okay, so what is coming up next on your screen now? Powers and duties of auditor. Very much similar to Companies Act. Don't worry. आपको सिर्फ इतना याद रखो ना, कंपनी लॉ से अलग क्या है तो भी चलेगा. Section 73 subsection 2. Now I request students कि you can go to your company audit duties of auditor. Please follow this, please. Okay. Section 143 subsection 1. duty to inquire upon certain matters, which is one of the very important discussions in company law, company audit. Now, under that, you please look at clause A, B, C, D, E, F and see that you will see a lot of similarities, and that is why I have just pointed out, it is similar to section 143 subsection 1. In fact, right to access books of accounts records of the company, similarly all those rights are also over here. Instead of company you write MSCS. all right. एक दो क्लॉजेस कंपनी लॉ में है जो यहाँ पे नहीं है, बट इट इज वेरी मच नॉट अ बिग मेजर डिफरेंस. अंडरस्टूड इज सो you can just use this technique and ensure that you don't have to buy it again. Okay. Auditors report जो जाता है, ऑडिटर के द्वारा जो रिपोर्ट जाता है, कंटेंट ऑफ द ऑडिटर्स रिपोर्ट, सेक्शन 73 सबसेक्शन 3 एंड सबसेक्शन 4. लुक एट दिस. आई मीन, डू यू रियली वांट मी टू एक्सप्लेन दिस? जरा देखो तो स्क्रीन पे, मैं दिखा देता हूँ सब. BCD थोड़ा डबल टाइम आ गया. ओके, जस्ट लुक एट द स्क्रीन. कम ऑन मैन. Whether in his opinion to the best of his information and according to the explanations given to him, whether the said accounts give a true and fair view of balance sheet का एक point, P&L का एक point, so अलग अलग point करके लिखने का. Understood this? So true and fair view of this, true and fair view of this. Branch accounts, whether they have been submitted on time and whether there is any discrepancy over there, and most important, whether balance sheet and P&L are in agreement with the books of accounts. क्या चाहिए यार? It's so simple over here. I don't think that you should face any problem over here in this 4 contents. So for me, if I am a student, the new thing that I felt was in disqualification of auditor in case of MSCS and appointment mein, it is not cut copy paste of company law, so I'll have to be careful over there. And powers and duties and content of auditors report very much similar to company law. So just do it in this manner so that you don't have to by heart. But students, in the next slide, I'm going to go a little slow. Yes, why? Look at the heading. Audit of multi-state cooperative society, inquiry, special audit, inspection. So we are basically, we are going to discuss section 77, section 78 and section 79. Come with me. Section 77, section 78 and section 79 of MSCS Act 2002. And this has been their favorite in exams. Do you understand the meaning of favorite? So please stay focused. All right. So the very first discussion, power of central government to direct special audit in certain cases. That means we are discussing section 77 of MSCS Act 2002. Okay. Central government कब special audit direct करेगा? So whenever we are discussing these things, inquiry, special audit, inspection, first of all, who is going to do it? वो तो आपको tight header में दिख जाएगा. Then when these situations will arise, because ये normal audits नहीं है, so when this situation will arise, how it is going to be done? इसका reporting किस तरीके से होता है, इसके ऊपर actions क्या लिए जाते हैं? So you need to go through this in great details. All right. Okay. When? If central government is of the opinion that, okay, कौन सा opinion? Look at this. 3 things. Entertainment, no. First, affairs are not managed as per prudent commercial practices. Basically, mismanagement of affairs. जब आप affairs ठीक से manage so अगर MSCS is not managing affairs properly, management के ऊपर doubt है. So okay, so mismanagement. All right. Second, it would cause injury to the interest of trade or industry. So unfair trade practices हो रही है and ऐसा लग रहा है कि industry as a whole को injury हो सकती है. And then solvency के ऊपर problem है. Look at this. Financial position is such that it would endanger its solvency. So you can use mismanagement of affairs. All right. Then serious injury to that interest of the trade. So basically unfair trade practices, you, and then I, insolvency. All right, so you can use it the way you want to use it, but never forget these 3 reasons. I can use it as MCQ question very well. All right, so be very careful about this. Okay, then how, किस तरीके से होगा ये special audit? Look at this. Central government का order is required. All right. Appointment of the auditor, who is going to appoint it? Central government या तो जो MSCS का statutory auditor है उनको ही बोलेगा कि आप ही करो, or he may send another chartered accountant, but chartered accountant. Okay, note. Central government shall order special audit only of such MSCS. This is very tricky. Many students don't know about this. Central government shall order special audit only of such MSCS which is controlled by central government or state government or both. Basically it should be a government controlled MSCS. बोलो मेरे साथ, it should be a government controlled MSCS, either central government or state government or both. 51% of the capital held by these governments. Are you clear with this? Yes sir. Okay, don't forget this. अब जो स्पेशल ऑडिटर अपॉइंट होता है उसकी पावर्स, ड्यूटीज, रिपोर्टिंग के बारे में लुक एट दिस. सेम पावर्स एंड ड्यूटीज एज पर सेक्शन 73. तो जो कंपनी लॉ में नॉर्मली ऑडिटर के पास पावर्स होते हैं, सेम पावर्स आर गोइंग टू बी देयर. रिपोर्ट विल बी डन टू द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इसके ऊपर क्या एक्शन लेगा? बी वेरी केयरफुल, ये काफी बच्चों को नहीं पता होता है. द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में टेक सच एक्शन एज इट कंसिडर्स नेसेसरी. पर इसका रिपोर्ट कहीं पे शेयर करना होता है, कहीं पे पब्लिश करना होता है. लुक एट दिस. If central government does not take any action within 4 months from the date of receipt of the report, so action taken by central government takes action, central government does not take action within how many months? Within 4 months of the date of receipt of the report, then central government shall send a copy of the report or extract to MSCS, which shall circulate it amongst the members. So if no action is taken, देखो action अगर लिया जाता है तो matter still under consideration है, but if no action is taken within 4 months from the date of receipt of the report, then the report needs to be circulated, because अगर special audit हुआ है then even members of MSCS would want to know कि भाई क्या हुआ. Understood this way? ये सब points को थोड़ा absorb करो. These points are going to be important for you in exams. Look at this. Money expenses pertaining to the special audit. So students, when it comes to expenses, of course things are decided by the central government, but expenses will be borne by the society. Look at this, determined by central government, but it will be final and paid by the MSCS. अगर MSCS ये pay नहीं करता है, if MSCS defaults on this, be very careful, if MSCS defaults on this, then in that case it will be recovered from this as if it's an arrear in land revenue, and that means in the strictest possible form. All right? Yes sir. So जरा ध्यान से बेटा इसको अच्छे से पढ़ो. Okay. Next discussion, inquiry by central registrar under section 78. So 77 क्या, अभी 78. Central registrar. बेटा एक मिनट. You know registrar of companies होता है, similarly registrar of cooperative society भी होता है, but since we are talking about multi-state cooperative society, तो कोई state based registrar या कोई district regional based, ना, this will go to whom? Yes, the records and documentation and stuff of MSCS is filed with the central registrar. तो central registrar भी regulatory authority है, and it can also order an inquiry. बेटा ध्यान रखना, आपको एग्जाम में इंक्वायरी आ रहा है बाय सेंट्रल रजिस्ट्रार या इंस्पेक्शन बाय सेंट्रल रजिस्ट्रार पूछा है, बिकॉज इंक्वायरी बाय सेंट्रल रजिस्ट्रार इज गवर्न्ड बाय सेक्शन 78, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू इंस्पेक्शन, when it comes to inspection of society by the central registrar, तो that is there under section 79. तो प्लीज बी वेरी केयरफुल कि आपको इंक्वायरी का क्वेश्चन है या इंस्पेक्शन का. अंडरस्टूड दिस? सर दोनों में डिफरेंस वगैरह क्या है? दैट वी विल डिस्कस ना बाबा. वेट. ओके. इंक्वायरी बाय सेंट्रल रजिस्ट्रार वेरी फ्रीक्वेंटली आस्क्ड. बी केयरफुल. कब होता है? व्हेन. जैसे सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्पेशल ऑडिट कब ऑर्डर करता है, 3 रीजंस वहां पे बताए थे. तो सेंट्रल रजिस्ट्रार कब करेगा ये? On a request from. So that is very important, that central registrar should get a request from someone. From whom? A federal cooperative to which MSCS is affiliated. Beta, federal cooperative to which MSCS is affiliated. So the main controlling group of that MSCS, तो जो MSCS को function करवाता है, that is called as federal cooperative to which MSCS is affiliated. काफी सारे MSCS दूसरे cooperatives के साथ भी affiliated होते हैं. Big concept, but basically those groups are an important part running the MSCS. Okay, then a creditor, उन्होंने ऐसा लिखा है, a creditor usually central registrar सिर्फ एक creditor के request पे तो नहीं करेगा, but creditor can request it. Decision लिया जाएगा by central registrar inquiry conduct करनी है कि नहीं. और look at this, not less than 1/3 of the members of the board. तो जो decision making board है, not less than 1/3 members of the board. पर MSCS के members का क्या? All right. So not less than 1/5 of total number of members of MSCS. So बेटा जरा ध्यान से वापस जरा देखो. Not less than 1/3 members of the board. So don't forget this. 1/3 members of the board and not less than 1/5 of total number of members of MSCS. तो ये जरा ध्यान से, हाँ बेटा. All right. Okay. How? तो कैसे होगी ये इंक्वायरी? सेंट्रल रजिस्टर या तो खुद आ सकता है या तो कैन डायरेक्ट समवन एल्स. लुक एट दिस. होल्ड एन इंक्वायरी और डायरेक्ट सम पर्सन ऑथराइज्ड बाय हिम टू होल्ड एन इंक्वायरी. कौन सी चीज़ों में इंक्वायरी? क्वेश्चंस पूछना, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस, वर्किंग, फाइनेंशियल कंडीशंस ऑफ एमएससीएस। तो बेटा ये ऑफ कोर्स जब क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं तो पावर्स वगैरह भी तो लगते हैं ना, अंडरस्टूड दिस। सो पावर्स एंड स्टफ विल आल्सो बी गिवन टू सच पर्सन, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट। क्या प्रायर नोटिस देना जरूरी है बिफोर होल्डिंग सच इंक्वायरी? आई कैन आस्क यू दिस फॉर करेक्ट इनकरेक्ट। क्या सेंट्रल रजिस्ट्रार कैन सेंट्रल रजिस्ट्रार just order an inquiry without prior notice into the affairs of multi-state cooperative society? Yes, no. 15 days का prior notice लगेगा ही लगेगा. So this is not some surprise. Understood this? All right, be careful. Okay. Powers given to such person conducting inquiry? Come on man, क्या powers नहीं होंगे इनके पास? Look at this. कितने सारे powers हैं ना, पर एक के बाद एक जाते हैं. All right. फर्स्ट आई थिंक इसमें किसी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं होना चाहिए. फ्री एक्सेस टू द रिकॉर्ड, सिक्योरिटीज, कैश. फ्री एक्सेस टू कैश, हाँ, बट फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ इंक्वायरी. अंडरस्टूड दिस? ओके. आई डोंट थिंक कि ये पावर को बाय हार्ट करने की जरूरत है, ये तो नेचुरली आप लिख ही दोगे. बट लुक एट दिस वन. Require the officers of the society to call a general meeting of the society by giving notice of not less than 7 days. So, if the central registrar wants a general meeting of the members of MSCS, look at this, has the right to call it. So management of MSCS को बोलेगा कि meeting बुलाओ. Understood this? Notice of not less than 7 days. Be very very careful over here students. Summons भी issue कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि आप देख रहे हो. Summons can also be issued. Summons means an official call by the central registrar, mandatory call where you have to attend. Understood this? Okay. And then summon any person who is reasonably believed by him to have knowledge of MSCS. तो काफी पावर से summon वाला याद रखना और required to call general meeting. बाकी will have free access to the records and stuff. I don't think इसमें किसी को कोई issue होना चाहिए. Understood this? Okay. When we talk about reporting, तो ये inquiry की जो report है, will it be circulated amongst the members of MSCS or amongst the MSCS or the person on whose request the inquiry was initiated? Of course, yes. The central registrar shall, within a period of how many months? 3 months. Look at this. Of the date of receipt of the report, communicate the report of inquiry to the MSCS and its stakeholders, and specifically to the person on behalf of whom this inquiry was done, on whose request this inquiry was done. So I hope you are clear with this. कब होगा, when, how, prior notice, and powers and reporting. So students, as you can see, there are a number of questions that can be asked. कोई एक ऐसा पेपर अगर इंस्टीट्यूट निकाले जहाँ पे नॉन एसए सिलेबस का 60 मार्क्स का वेटेज कर दे और एसएस में से कम पूछे, इवन दो देयर आर 8 चैप्टर्स, जस्ट टू सरप्राइज द स्टूडेंट्स, then I won't be surprised if there are at least 2 questions from the topic of audit of cooperative society, because there are so many discussions still to come. You see the length of the video? All right. Okay. So next, section 79. मैंने कहा ना inspection. Look at this. Inspection of multi-state cooperative societies under section 79. So what is the difference between inquiry and inspection? No major differences. हाँ, inspection में of course inspection of the records वगैरह होगा. Inquiry में questions पूछे जाते हैं and then आगे investigation करना हो तो करते हैं. But वो normally एक साथ ही हो जाएगा. When I ask questions, of course I may also inspect some records. So not big differences over here between inquiry and inspection. इसलिए ना मैंने नोट करके दिया है आपको कि क्या क्या differences हैं. Understood this? When it can be ordered, all conditions are same as section 78 except request from creditor यहाँ पे नहीं है, बाकी तीनों conditions same है. Okay. So three different requests can come from federal cooperative, from the members of the board and from the members of MSCS. 1/3, 1/5 वो भी सब same है. How? Content same as section 78. Prior notice भी 15 days का, powers भी same discussion. So बड़ा answer होगा, but it will be very much similar to section 78. All right. In case of inspection, the person will also have additional power to take the things into custody. मेरे पास रख लूँ मैं, because if I want to inspect तो. All right. So section 77, 78 and 79 students, मेरी request है, please don't compromise on these 3 discussions. Power of central government to direct special audit, inquiry by central registrar and inspection in a similar manner. All right. Yes sir. Okay. So that is my discussion on audit of multi-state cooperative society. What is going to be next now? Look at this. रिपोर्टिंग भी सिमिलर था टू सेक्शन 70। व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी नेक्स्ट? अब देखो पहले हेडिंग ध्यान से देखो, ऑडिट ऑफ अदर कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज जनरल प्रोविजंस एज पर द सेंट्रल एक्ट। ओ ओ ओ ओ सो अब हम कहाँ पे आ गए? व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड द डिस्कशन आई टोल्ड यू दैट मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज का डिस्कशन पहले करूंगा एंड देन आई विल डू द डिस्कशन ऑफ ऑडिट ऑफ अदर कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज। सो नाउ वी आर डिस्कसिंग जनरल ऑडिट के प्रोविजंस क्या है एज पर कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज एक्ट 1912। एमएससीएस स्पेसिफिक प्रोविजंस आर ओवर। अब जो मैं डिस्कस कर रहा हूं दैट इज एप्लीकेबल टू ऑल अदर कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज। ऑलराइट, यस, ओके, बी वेरी केयरफुल ओवर हियर, देयर आर सम ट्रिकी डिस्कशंस ओवर हियर। ओके, सो लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द डिस्कशंस। So when it comes to these cooperative societies, okay, सबसे पहले तो ये समझ लो that जो भी हम डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं it is as per Cooperative Societies Act 1912 applicable to the states with or without amendment. So it also depends कि states ने किस तरीके से act को adopt किया है. Understood this? Okay. Now auditor of cooperative societies, auditor of financial statements of cooperative society will be appointed by whom? By the registrar. पहले ये चीज दिमाग में डाल लो, it is the registrar who causes these financial statements to be audited. सबसे पहले इतना ध्यान रखो कि जो ऑडिटर ऑडिट करता है, ऑडिट्स ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ रजिस्ट्रार, he audits the financial statements of the cooperative society on behalf of registrar. रिपोर्ट दिया जाता है रजिस्ट्रार को भी और कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी को भी। अंडरस्टूड दिस? सो रजिस्ट्रार प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल। जो कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी जो रजिस्ट्रार के अंडर रजिस्टर्ड है, जो रीजन का जो रजिस्ट्रार है, दैट पर्टिकुलर रजिस्ट्रार शैल कॉज द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स टू बी ऑडिटेड। एम आई क्लियर विद दिस? यस, ओके। अब बात करते हैं जो सबसे शॉकिंग बात है regarding the qualification of the auditor. So who can be appointed as an auditor of financial statements of cooperative society? याद रखना, मैं जब ये डिस्कशन कर रहा हूँ, I'm not talking about multi-state cooperative societies. Multi-state cooperative societies was very straightforward that chartered accountant will be appointed as the auditor. But over here, look on your screen. Look at this. Look at this. Ooh. Qualification of auditor. CA in practice as per C Act 1949 unless otherwise specified by the state act. So अगर सिर्फ सेंट्रल एक्ट एप्लीकेबल है और स्टेट का कोई खुद का वर्जन नहीं है, in that case was very straightforward, chartered accountant. But let me tell you that some of the states have allowed non-charters also to conduct audit of financial statements of cooperative society. So when you tighten your collar and you say that, boss, listen, financial statement audit is my exclusive birthright, understood? तो नीचे लिखने का exception in some of the states cooperative societies non-charters can also conduct the audit because of the state laws. Look at this. और ये मॉड्यूल में be careful. Some of the state cooperative acts have permitted persons holding a government diploma in cooperative accountancy and also a person who has served as an auditor in the cooperative department of government to act as an auditor. One of the example of such state is Maharashtra state. Understood this? Okay. Specialized exams रखते हैं, वो पास करने पे you can be appointed as an auditor of cooperative society even though you're not a chartered accountant. Acts as a रोजगार योजना. Okay. Appointment of auditor. Who will appoint? मैंने पहले बोल दिया, registrar will appoint the auditor. Look at this. The auditor so appointed conducts the audit on behalf of dash, on behalf of registrar, and submits the report to the registrar as well as to the society. So audit of cooperative society is actually conducted on behalf of the registrar. Understood this? Okay. Remuneration, of course, उसका जो remuneration है will be fixed by the registrar. रजिस्ट्रार के कुछ पैरामीटर से बेस्ड अपॉन दैट दे फिक्स द रेम्यूनरेशन. तो इट विल बी फिक्स्ड बाय द रजिस्ट्रार, लेकिन जो ऑडिट फीस है इट विल बी पेड बाय द सोसाइटी. एम आई क्लियर विद दिस? यस सर, आई एम वेरी मच क्लियर विद दिस. ओके, दूसरी बात, अदर प्रोविजंस गवर्निंग द कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज. बेटा ये क्या डिस्कशन होने वाला है ओवर हियर? अदर प्रोविजंस गवर्निंग द कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज. ये ना छोटे छोटे डिस्कशंस हैं which are actually references from Cooperative Societies Act 1912, some of the State Act का भी references, and every discussion over here can be an examination question. Understood this? ये दिख रहा है आपको? ये सारे discussion होंगे, don't worry. We are going to take it up on the next slide. Understood this? Okay. But before that, I want to finish one more discussion. Books, accounts and other records. Books of accounts maintained by the cooperative societies. जैसे multi-state cooperative society में इट वॉज वेरी सिंपल, कंपनी लॉ का डेफिनेशन कट कॉपी पेज था. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे भी है, बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स तो यार सब जगह मीनिंग थोड़ी चेंज होता था. देयर आर नथिंग बट द रिकॉर्ड्स. Records maintained for what? For assets, liabilities, sales, purchases, income, expenses. In case of manufacturing, cost records will also be a part of it. But apart from that, is यहाँ पे it is possible they may ask you a question के कुछ examples दो. Look at this. Depending upon the nature and object of the society, दिख रहा है, different kinds of books and registers will be maintained because वो state law के ऊपर भी depend करता है. For example, so they may ask you to give some examples कि भाई cooperative society में normally क्या books of accounts रखी जाती है, कौन सी books of accounts रखी जाती है. तो ये examples जरा ध्यान से please. Daily cash sales summary register, register of collection from debtors. Look at this. Register of recovery of loans from employees, members, loan disbursement register in case of credit societies. So ये सारे पॉइंट्स जरा ध्यान से प्लीज. ओके, वो तो ठीक है, आप और भी उसमें एक्स्ट्रा ऐड कर सकते हो. सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सोसाइटी इट विल बी देयर. सो इट्स नॉट नथिंग समथिंग न्यू ओवर हियर. ऑलराइट, ठीक है. एनी अदर रिकॉर्ड था, आपको एक बार पूरा स्लाइड देखना है तो देख लो. बट नाउ आवर फुल फोकस विल बी ऑन दीज प्रोविजंस. अदर प्रोविजंस गवर्निंग द कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी, काफ़ी सारे डिस्कशन हैं यहाँ पे. ऑलराइट, इफ यू जस्ट स्टे फोकस, so on one slide you will see many discussions, and any of these discussions could be there in your exam, maybe 2 marks, 3 marks, correct incorrect MCQ कहीं पे भी आ सकता है. Be careful. All right, okay. So provisions governing such society से हेड पॉइंट देख लेने का एक बार. प्रीवियस स्लाइड में सब ऑडिट रिलेटेड डिस्कशन था. सबसे पहले कुछ restrictions है अंडर कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज एक्ट 1912. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड दोज restrictions. The first restriction that we are going to understand is the restriction on shareholding. Anyways, cooperative society में one member one vote होता है. So it's not like anyone is going to gain a big influence. But फिर भी shareholding के restrictions रखे गए हैं. So look at this as per the Central Act. Look at this, Section 5 of the Central Act. ये पॉइंट, ये जरा लाइन ध्यान से देखेंगे आप प्लीज. मैंने कुछ हाईलाइट नहीं किया बिकॉज ये तीनों के तीन, all three lines are to be highlighted. In case of a society where the liability of the society is limited, member of the society is limited. Registered society में liability of member of the society is usually limited. No member of a society, यहाँ से ध्यान से, यहाँ से, this line be careful. No member of a society other than a registered society can hold such portion of the share capital of the society as would exceed a maximum of 20% of total number of shares or of the value of shareholding to rupees 1000. So if we count by number of shares, it should not exceed 20% of number of shares, and if we count by value of shareholding, it should not exceed rupees 1000. All right, one more time. If we count by number of shares, it should not exceed 20% of the total number of shares, and if we count by value of shareholding, it should not exceed rupees 1000. All right, so be very careful. These conditions need to be satisfied. Okay. डाउट्स वगैरह आते हैं इसमें, आप देख रहे हो बार कंटिन्यूस फ्लिकर ऑन है यहाँ पे कि बॉस स्क्रॉल चल रहा है नीचे. यू कैन डाउनलोड माय ऐप, देयर इज अ चैट बॉक्स, वी कैन डिस्कस द डाउट्स, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. ओके, नाउ रेस्ट्रिक्शंस ऑन लोन्स एंड एडवांसेस. तो कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी किसको लोन दे सकता है? गिविंग द लोन्स, यू नो, it is made for the benefit of the members. So cooperative society can advance loans to the members, not a problem. But can cooperative society advance loans to others? Apart from members, can one society give loan to another society? Look at this, Section 29 of the Central Act. Registered society shall not make a loan to any person other than a member. That is very clear. However, with prior approval of the registrar. Are you focusing? With prior approval of the registrar, a registered society may make a loan to another registered society. So apart from members, general rule not allowed. But if one society wants to give loan to anyone, can I say any third party को loan दिया जा सकता है with prior approval of registrar? No. One society can give loan to another registered society only, that also with prior approval of the registrar, because cooperative society is basically made for the benefit of the members. All right. Okay. Then look at this. Next restriction on borrowings. Usually they accept deposits and stuff only from the members. Can they accept it from others? Normally not allowed, but it is mostly left to the bylaws of the society. Look at this. Registered society shall accept loans and deposits from persons who are not members, subject to the restrictions and limits of the bylaws of the society. So it is left up to the bylaws of the society. Yes, sir. So be very careful. आप देख रहे हो multiple questions can be asked over here. I think now by now you would have understood कि if you were planning to leave audit of cooperative society in option, that's one of the biggest mistakes you would have committed. 3-4 marks की margin से या तो pass होना रह जाता है या तो exemption. So don't do that. Okay. Then investment of funds. कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी के जो सरप्लस फंड्स वगैरह है, कैन इट इन्वेस्ट एनीवेयर, स्टॉक मार्केट, अरशद मेहता स्कैम 19? नो 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 नो. So there are some restricted options given to the cooperative society where it can invest its funds. Come on, it's a cooperative society, hard-earned money of the members. So section 32 of the Central Act, a society may invest its fund in one or more of the following. Look at this. Just have a good look at this. So in central or state cooperative bank, okay. So investing in cooperative bank, not a problem. Central or state cooperative bank. Can you look at the D point? Sir, B and C point are there. But first finish A and D. D point, look at this. In any cooperative bank other than a central or state cooperative bank, as approved by the registrar. Oh. So in case of central or state cooperative bank, if you want to invest over there, you want to keep your monies over there, invest over there, not a problem. Any approval from anyone required? No, 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 no. But if you want to invest in some other banks, other cooperative banks, apart from central or state, local cooperative banks, you will require prior approval of the registrar. All right, and the registrar may give approval with some terms and conditions which must be followed. Are you clear with this? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Okay, so be very careful over here. B and C option. B option, in any of the securities specified in section 20 of Indian Trust Act 1882, mostly those are government securities. In the shares, securities, bonds or debentures of any other society with limited liability. Okay, so investing within the community is not a problem. All right, so be very careful over here. All right. Apart from this, some small discussions. In any other money is permitted by central state government, that's okay. That line is always there in all the acts. Okay. Apart from this, there are some small discussion कि जो cooperative society का जो profit है, या जो reserves है, उसका appropriation कर सकते हैं, कहीं उसका charge लगा सकते हैं. So appropriation of profits, charge on profits, कहीं किधर contribution करना है, charity में देना है, कोई fund में invest करना है. Oh, investments we have already seen. Apart from that, on the name of charity or something, can cooperative society just keep on using its funds? So be very careful. I can ask you a case study over here. All right. So छोटे discussion है. Be very careful. सबसे पहले तो the most important discussion, according to section 33 of the Central Act, compulsory, mandatory, every year from the surplus of the cooperative society, a prescribed percentage. Those percentages and stuff they have not given, but you can Google about it if you want more knowledge. In detail lectures we do discuss, but this is a little bit quick revision with all the points of the module. According to section 33 of Central Act, a prescribed percentage of the profit should be transferred to reserve fund. So that is one mandatory fund to be kept by the cooperative society before distribution as dividends or bonus to members. So compulsory, the first appropriation will go to the reserve fund. Okay. Then charity and stuff. All right. According to section 34, a registered society may, with the prior approval of registrar. All right. So anything that you are doing, in exception and stuff, any unusual thing that a cooperative society is doing, first of all, what is not allowed, and whatever is allowed also is with prior approval of the registrar. Contribute an amount. Now be very careful. Not exceeding 10% of the net profits remaining after the compulsory transfer is done to the reserve fund. So if you want to put it for charitable purpose, for any charitable purpose, this is only for charitable purpose, you can contribute to charitable purpose, but maximum amount will be 10% of the profits that's also remaining after the compulsory transfer is done to the reserve fund. Charitable purpose क्या होगा? अगर frustrated employees को picnic में लेके गए, is it a charity? No. Charitable purpose as defined in section 2 of Charitable Endowments Act 1890, as you see on your screen. So be very careful about this. All right? Yes, sir. एक दो बार सुनो जरा ये वीडियो को, just invest some time. You will be done with cooperative society. Otherwise, these are very boring topics which students don't take it up on their own. All right? Okay. Then, Some of the state acts provide that every society shall contribute annually towards education fund. Okay, so yeah, this basically is not a section under the central act. Okay, so relax on that. So some of the state acts करके कुछ states में requirement होगा तो लिखा है at appropriate rate as per the class of the society. Contribution to education fund is not an appropriation of profit, it is a charge on profit, don't forget that. So it is expense, of course, a charge on profit, not an appropriation of profit. Okay, then look at this. इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ रिजर्व फंड आउटसाइड द बिजनेस. ये जो रिजर्व फंड मेंटेन हो रहा है बेटा, ये जो फर्स्ट पॉइंट था रिजर्व फंड, ये जो मेंटेन हो रहा है, सो लेट अस से रिजर्व फंड में से इन्वेस्टमेंट्स डन इन द बिजनेस, फाइन, but can the reserve fund be invested outside the business? Look at this. In the principal provisions relating to investment of funds of cooperative society, the central as well as state act does not mention anything about the investment of reserve fund outside the business specifically. So can the reserve fund be invested outside the business specifically? There are no comments on this. Some of the state acts say that towards the working capital or towards some other purposes the funds can be invested. वो मॉड्यूल में एक पैराग्राफ दिया है, but there is no specific provision on this. बाकी इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ फंड्स की बात करें हम, जो कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी के पास सरप्लस फंड्स बचते हैं, इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ फंड्स, दैट तो आई थिंक यू सी ऑन द टॉप राइट. ऑलराइट, ABCDE, those points, don't forget about it. Alright, so last point of investment of reserve fund outside the business, not an important point. I hope you are clear with this. So don't forget, एक तो restrictions तीनों के तीनों, investment of funds which you see on the extreme right, and don't forget about reserve fund section 33 and charitable purpose section 34. Please be careful about these points. The last 2 points were just a little bit of additional discussion. Are you clear with this? Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir, completely clear with this. Now what do you have? One of the question which was repeatedly asked in final CA old course and now I think is also going to be asked at intermediate level, special features of cooperative society audit. This is like your graduation portion where you just keep on writing theory answers. I mean, you would have written hundreds of answers up till now about special features and stuff. नहीं, काफी कुछ लिख लिया होगा. तो क्या है स्पेशल, खास बात क्या है कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी ऑडिट में? बेटा ये जो क्रेडिट बेस्ड कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज होती है, normally many cooperative societies they keep on helping the members by giving loans and stuff to them. So in that case, receivables from the members, normally कभी bad debts हो जाते हैं, overdue हो जाते हैं, interest का calculation, that is one of the main areas of cooperative society audit because lots of funds are given to the members as a help to them. Alright, so that point will always stay. Apart from that, और क्या special feature है? We want to see whether cooperative society audit में हमारे ऊपर एक additional responsibility होती है to check whether cooperative society has acted in the best of cooperative principles, for the benefit of all the members. That is one of the important things in cooperative society audit that no one can ignore. और क्या होगा? बाकी valuation of assets, liabilities, verification of the compliance with laws, regulations, ये सब तो सब करने ही वाले हैं. All those things we are going to check it. ये तो normal audit में भी होते हैं. And then what else? और कुछ special? Yes, 2 points. एक है, this is very unique. एक है that boss, after the audit is over, now we have to take an overall judgment and give a rating to the society. So we need to rate the society. Based upon that, naturally societies, they get some benefits, subsidies and stuff. So we have to give them an overall rating, but वो rating का जो matrix होता है कि on which basis we are supposed to rate, not based upon the food given to us, तो वो registrar साहब देते हैं. Apart from that, there is one very unique feature. One of the sub-points of this particular answer can be asked as a separate examination question, and that is a special report given to the registrar. Yes. So in between the audit, in the interim period, if some irregularities, some serious problems are noticed, we can make a separate interim report before our final report to the registrar, about the irregularities, mismanagement or fraud that has been noticed. So that is one unique point. Apart from that, this answer is a mix-up of common points that anyways are there in any audit, but yes, there are few unique points also. Understood this? So naturally there are many points, and that is why, which I've already explained. अभी तो फटाफट आपको दिखाना है. तो एक आपको code word बना के दिया है, which you can see on the headline. Did we see law special class pen drive? I'm teaching audit, someone is teaching law, right? So did we see law special class pen drive? इतना याद रखोगे please, PD. Did we see law special class pen drive? Mostly I've tried to maintain the sequence of the answer also. That is why. Did we see, बोलो, did we see law special class pen drive? Did we see law special class pen drive? तो दिखाऊंगा कैसे कोड वर्ड को लिंक करना है, पहले नॉर्मली आंसर दिखा देता हूँ. Alright, okay. So look at this. Look at the first 3 points. First is overdue debts, second is overdue interest, third is certification of bad debts. So first, overdue debts, we need to check whether the provision of doubtful debts has been done properly or not. Then there is a classification which they have mentioned 6 months to 5 years and more than 5 years. Then you have overdue interest, of course, overdue interest, अगर interest का पैसा भी नहीं आया है and if it is almost treated like a non-performing asset, and we cannot keep on including that as our income. So they are saying that overdue interest should be excluded from the interest outstanding and accrued due while calculating the profit. Certification of bad debts, ये महाराष्ट्र स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी एक्ट का एक पॉइंट यहाँ पे लिया है, that as per Maharashtra State Cooperative Society Act, auditor has to first certify the bad debts as bad, that yes, they are bad, they are not recoverable, and then only it can be written off, because otherwise managing committee will just keep on writing off things as bad debts and hard earned money of the members will go off. ऐसा रिक्वायरमेंट हर एक स्टेट में नहीं है, इसलिए जहाँ पे ऐसा रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है वहाँ पे मैनेजिंग कमिटी इटसेल्फ विल सर्टिफाई द बैड डेट्स. बट महाराष्ट्र स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी एक्ट हैज दिस गुड रिक्वायरमेंट. अंडरस्टूड दिस. तो फर्स्ट 3 पॉइंट्स DID, डेट्स, इंटरेस्ट एंड डेट्स, बैड डेट्स. ओके, देन this point मैं आपको जितना लिखना है लिखो. Valuation of assets and liabilities as per general principles of accounting, it should not be overvalued, it should not be undervalued. Rest of this, then prudence principles, valuation principles, जो भी थोड़ा लिखना है लिख सकते हो. इसमें there is no specific content. Adherence to cooperative principles, very important point, that it should how far the objects have been achieved, whether the cooperative society members are working for the benefit of the society and the members in general. थोड़ा अपने हिसाब से लिखो, not a problem. Okay. Law, you cannot stay happy in your life without laws and in-laws. So observations of the we experience हो गया, observations of the provisions of the act and rules, so whether the provisions have been complied or not, और अगर कुछ non-compliances है then we need to notice about them. Then this is also unique point. This is a unique point. देखो, law and valuation of asset वाला point तो normally हर एक audit में होता है. But verification of members register and examination of their passbook, मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ that boss, one of the important area in cooperative society audit is that loans given to the members of the cooperative society, and hence it becomes very important for the auditor to check the passbook of the members to confirm the loan entries and repayment entries. Understood this? Okay, so this is purely done for confirmation. All right. Then ये भी point हर एक audit में होता है. This is a normal point that before we finalize our report, we do discuss the draft report, right? All right, so not a problem at all. Okay. Audit classification of society, as I told you, at the end we need to give a rating to the society. If management is not happy with that, they may make an appeal and the registrar may ask us to review the rating. Understood this? Okay. But one of the special point, which I have written specifically in a special corner over here. All right, as you can see, special report to the registrar. So during the course of audit, if you notice some irregularities, in that case you will have to make a separate written report to the registrar. अब इस बस इतना ही concept है. अब इसको बड़ा कैसे करना है? By examples. So by examples you will score marks over here. I don't think that these examples are a problem. You can just think about what can go wrong in a cooperative society: personal profiteering by members, mismanagement, fraud. Understood this? So ये 3 example हो गए. Fourth, एक अर्बन कोऑपरेटिव बैंक का एग्जांपल दिया, दैट इफ इट इज अ कोऑपरेटिव बैंक, लोन गिवन टू रिलेटिव्स, एंड मैनेजमेंट हैज मिसयूज्ड द फंड्स एंड स्टफ. सो नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. तो ऐसे थोड़ा लॉजिकली सुनो, थोड़ा डेवलप करो. सो स्पेशल रिपोर्ट टू रजिस्ट्रार कैन बी अ सेपरेट पॉइंट ऑफ 4 marks which they can ask. So did we see? So DID is over here, first 3 points. VC after that, law over here, special report to the registrar, it can be put over here after law, and then look at this PD, law special class pen drive. Look at this. So class is for this classification, and pen drive PD, passbook and discussion of the draft report. D से draft report याद रखो. Are you clear with this? Yes sir. So that is how you can remember this whole answer. special features of cooperative society audit. It can be asked as a whole for 5 marks if they want to put it, or special report to registrar this particular point they can ask you for 3 marks or 4 marks. All right, yes sir. There is one last discussion left over here, so if you are still looking at this video, if you are focused, then please go through this discussion. Form of audit report, बहुत basic discussion है बेटा, इसमें सिर्फ एक ही थोड़ा point difficult है, otherwise बहुत basic discussion है. First, audit report में क्या क्या content होते हैं? Form of audit report, look at this. To be submitted by the auditor as prescribed in various states contains a number of matters. Now in general they have given the matters over here. तो ये देखो, according to the present form, ये दिख रहा है matters. Sir, it is going very fast. अरे because it is simple, please. I'm just trying to extend the length of the video only on those areas which are very critical. Understood this? Otherwise, जो आप ये तो आप पढ़ के भी समझ जाओगे, not a problem. So according to the prescribed form in some of the states, auditor has to explain in his report. What is going to explain in his report? Data मिला क्या? Whether you have obtained all the information, profit and loss, then balance sheet का discussion, true and fair view. What else? Understood this? Okay. Whether proper books of accounts have been maintained or not. Okay. ये देखो. और क्या रहेगा बाबा? ये देखो. Balance sheet P&L are in agreement with the books of accounts. Company law से लिया है. Okay, but look at this, slow. Over here, they can ask you this as a separate examination question. So एक तो होता है report, but apart from the main report, there is some of the states, in fact Central Act also, they have a requirement of attaching schedules. Schedules are nothing but additional attachments to the report, annexures, और उसमें कुछ important matters पे auditor को comment करना है. In addition to the above, the auditor will have to attach schedules to the report regarding the following information. Which information? Naughty. And for non-compliance with laws and regulations, so if there are transactions where law has not been complied, तो उसके बारे में. Omissions. D, doubtful recovery, so areas, amounts which are doubtful of recovery. I, koi irregularity or impropriety. Now if you have attended government audit, you know what is impropriety, where the decisions are not in the best interest. Understood this? Okay, look at this. So I'm just going through this quickly. वो पूरा statement form में है तो आप देख लेना, पर NODI is basically the gist of this discussion over here. Okay, let us say इसमें से कोई भी problem नहीं हुआ है, NODI में कोई problem नहीं हुआ है. In that case, you give a nil report. That means you say that these things were not noticed, but you have to comment. So you cannot skip the comment. Understood this? So in the case of nil report, auditor will have to give a nil report. So at least say that there was nothing to comment over here. Any other matter specified by the registrar in this behalf. तो ठीक है. Any other matter is always the last point. जब भी requirements होते हैं ना तो वो points तो होते ही हैं. So not a problem over here. तो सर हो गया. Just one discussion. Yeah, additional discussions, the author has put in the module. Audit memos. Momos, sir? No, memos. Look at this. The auditor of cooperative society in the applicable state has to answer 2 set of questionnaires called as audit memos. मतलब काफी बार कुछ states क्या करते हैं, questionnaire auditor को दे देते हैं that boss you ask these questions and report on these matters. Understood this? So they are calling that as audit memos. First set, general questions which are applicable to all types of societies. Sometimes the state may, because of the nature of the society and the size, they may give a specific set which is called as the second set. अब बताओ, बहुत नॉर्मल है ना. अभी आपको ऐसा बोला explain the concept of audit memos, 2 marks. तो ऐसा you should not remember momos at that point of time, right? Okay. Note 2. In some cases, the audit report is also given in a narrative form to the chairman. Normally ये सब reporting होता ही है. And इसमें भी 2 parts है, part 1, part 2. Look at this. Part 1 of such report will give, what is the comparative financial position, all the ratio analysis along with comments, suggestions and stuff. And part 2 will be just routine observations, because chairman will look at part 1, important observations, and part 2, routine observations. So I don't think they will ask this in exam. Audit memos का शायद पूछ सकते हैं, but ये 2 note समझना जरूरी था. Understood this? Because after discussing so much for 5 minutes, if we skip these points, then that's not the justice done. Now I can say it with authority that you are done with, all the points of audit of cooperative society. It is my request you may go through past papers and just finish off some questions of cooperative society. I think May 18 and stuff, you may find some interesting stuff questions over there. All right. Yes, sir. But don't worry, you will be able to answer the questions. So that's it from my side. Stay connected for more videos which will keep on coming on this channel. Thank you so much.